Alright, I'm printing my my mount for the shock, the new shocks that I'm putting on the Baja. But it's going to take about another 4 hours. Let me get over here and show you what's going on. Alright, so what I did, grab this, because here's my problem that I'm having. That last video I did was just a test. It wasn't actually a video, but I was actually testing this thing. So what I had to do in order to get all this to work, to get all the room that I needed for the figures and the movement and everything, is the main thing is I had to push these batteries. I had to take them from the side over there and move these batteries forward so they're actually sitting where the engine, the real engine, would be sitting. And in doing that, it shifted a lot of weight towards the front. And I don't know, I think this vehicle weighed 21 something, and now it's over 31, but a lot of weight's in the front. And so when I was filming, I noticed I wasn't getting the dampening that I needed for the truck to look real. So what I did was I machined these parts right here. These are aluminum. I machined these, and then I went and bought a rear UDR shock and spring. Excuse me. And so I machined both sides, and then I made this bracket, and it holds it here as it comes across. If it pushes up, it can't, it just can't move. And then this is my adjustment across the top. I can adjust this. I can adjust these up and down, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. But I didn't know if I was going to need it. And then down here is where I'm printing right now. I'm printing my mount for this, and it's real tight. Like when the wheel turns, this thing's going to be like right there. There's going to be a real tight space. So, but yeah, and I also went into these shocks. These here, and inside they have a ring, and they have 4 holes, and that allows the oil to go back and forth through it. But I sealed the 2 holes. Now it only has 2 holes for the oil to go, which gives you extreme amount of dampening on these. Now I wasn't going to use the spring, but there's so much weight that I'm down to my limit here. So, and it still needed just a little bit more, so I went ahead and put these on, and then I'll be able to adjust it, because I want it to go maximum height, to give you the most clearance from your, from the floor to the bottom of the truck. But also wanted that when you land, I didn't want this to have no compression, and that's the reason it's bottoms out, because it doesn't have, but there's extreme amount of dampening in here. So we'll see what happens. But I had to have it. But I need this little extra spring to push down, and then also allow these to lax a little bit, so I can come up right about here, and relieve some of this pressure and then add it to these, I think. You know. But yeah, that's what I got going on. Now I made this, don't have to look pretty, this little piece here, but I did machine these pieces, these aluminum pieces, and then 3D printing now for my brace here. And we'll see how it turns out, but I'm also going to, on the rear, I'm getting this week the bypass shocks for that one, for the rear, because I'm having to almost extend the springs out on the back of that too. But anyways, this is what's going on. Otherwise I'd be making more videos, but man, I need to figure this out. I don't like that bottoming out either, because the real trucks, they do bottom out, but it takes a lot, man, and they have a lot of dampening. And then with this added weight, it's more realistic too. So this truck is extremely heavy. You know, and I never showed this before, but that's how I get the linkage for their heads. It's right here in the back. I never showed that before. And then I have my GoPro mount. There's still some work I got to do. A lot of work. But this was the main thing, figuring this out, man. This is a nightmare. And they don't allow you no room. You know, they didn't design it for that, but it's there now. Dual shocks. We'll see how she looks. She's going to look pretty good. Like I said, when I cover this up, because I cover this up with foam and try to keep as much dirt out as possible. So the only thing you'll see is these outside aluminum pieces. But anyways, this is what's going on, guys. And as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to film. But I also ordered that Razor Ray. And I'm going to do the same thing with the Razor Ray as I did with this one. But it's going to look really nice. So, here it is. Alright, until the next one.